Have you ever wondered why some people suddenly go silent? Why they stop asking for anything, stop making demands, and stop reaching out, even when they are drowning in need? It's not because they became strong overnight. It's because of a specific moment of pain. See, when someone finally gathers the courage to ask for help, they don't go to strangers. They go to the people they trust, the people they believe have the power to help, and more importantly, the people they think actually care. But then the excuses start. I'm a bit busy right now. Maybe next time. Why don't you ask someone else? In that moment, it's not just the lack of help that hurts. It's the crushing weight of humiliation. You feel ashamed for being in need, and even more ashamed for thinking they would be there for you. And in that silence, you realize a brutal truth. The only hand you can truly count on is at the end of your own arm. The weight of expecting someone to show up is often heavier than the problem itself. When you stop asking, you aren't giving up on life. You are giving up on the waiting. You are reclaiming the time you spent hoping that someone would save you, and you're using that time to save yourself.
When you decide you want nothing from anyone, you become dangerous. Not because you're a threat, but because you are unmanipulatable. When you don't need a favor, no one can hold a debt over your head. When you don't seek validation, no one can make you feel small. This is the zero expectation zone. In this space, people's presence becomes a choice, not a necessity. If they help, it's a gift. If they don't, your world doesn't stop spinning. This is where true mental peace begins. To the person watching this who feels tired of being the one who always gives but never receives, this is your permission to stop. Stop explaining your struggle to people who aren't listening. Stop looking for a hero in a crowd of spectators. The world might call you distant or changed. Let them. They don't understand that your distance is actually your peace. You have traded the chaos of relying on others for the stability of relying on yourself, and that is a trade you will never regret.
The truth is, we just run out of other options. You don't wake up one day and decide to stop asking for help. It's more like a slow fade. You just get tired. Tired of hearing the same excuses and tired of that sinking feeling in your stomach when someone you'd do anything for suddenly has 100 reasons why they can't do the same for you. In those moments, you don't even get angry anymore. You don't argue, you just look at them and you finally see the truth. You realize that you were holding on to a version of them that didn't actually exist. It's a very quiet, very lonely realization, but it's also the first time in a long time that you can actually breathe. Because once you stop expecting people to show up, the disappointment finally stops too. We spend so many years trying to fit in where we don't belong, wondering why we aren't worth the effort. But then one day you just stop. You stop checking the phone, you stop explaining, and you just start doing it yourself. It's a bit cold at first. It's quiet. But there's a peace in that silence that no crowd could ever give you. Maybe that's all growing up really is. It's not about finding a shoulder to cry on. It's about realizing that even when the ground is shaking and nobody is holding your hand, you're still standing. You're not being difficult. You're not being mean. You've just finally stopped being a choice in someone else's life and just became a person again. Your own person.
And honestly, that's more than enough.